Hi, I'm Steve, and you're watching Haul and Ash. Today's question, is there such a thing as a perfect fishing boat? I think that depends on the person and the type of fishing that they do. In my case, I knew that I wanted something that was at least 17 foot long. I knew that I wanted an aluminum deep V, and my wife requested a full windshield boat. So we began looking, and we found an older couple that had this boat. It was very gently used, had 120 hours on the outboard. It's a 2010 Alumacraft Dominator 175 Sport. So the purpose of today's video is I'm going to do a tour of the boats inside and outside, show you what the boat has. If you have any questions, put them in the comments section. I'll be happy to answer them. If you like this video, hit that like button. Let me know you're watching and you like what I'm putting out. And also, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button down there. Follow along with us and you too will be hauling ash. Thank you for watching. I'm going to start in the front of the boat and work my way towards the back. First thing I got is the Minnkota Tarova. It's a little bit small for this boat. I wished I had the bigger one, the 24 volt. This is a 12 volt, 55 pound thrust. It's fine on inland lakes, but it's just not big enough to do me much good out on Saginaw Bay. When I'm trolling for walleye, I need that extra power to continue throughout the day. I added a couple of storage nets on both sides, and they're just very handy to put loose items in, tackle boxes, raincoats. This box here is the front live well. It never has been used. I don't use it as a live well. The only thing that I do with it is put extra life jackets in it and anything else that's loose in the boat. The other side is another compartment. It's deep and it's big, and I keep Plano boxes of lures in that compartment. It's very handy to keep them below, and when you need them, you know, just open up the lid and get what you need out of there. I have a 20-pound lead weight for an anchor. It's crude, but it holds this boat to the bottom no matter how windy it gets. This 2-inch PVC is where I put the landing net. And then backing out, this compartment is the rod locker. There's room for 8 rods, 4 of them 7 foot and 4 of them 6 foot. Below that is the compartment for the batteries. There's 2 12-volt batteries down there. They're recharged by the charger down here in this compartment. And also have a fire extinguisher, of course. Every boat is required to have one. So if you don't have one, get one in your boat. Little storage compartment here, same over on the other side. Down in the lower part is where I keep the bumpers when I dock. And I have a Humminbird Helix 7 for my electronics. It does a fine job for me. I know there's better ones. The problem is I'm not smart enough to use them. It does what I need it to do, and it does more than what I know how to make it do. I have a marine radio as well as a AM/FM stereo. It's got Bluetooth, all the fancy gadgets that I don't know how to work yet. For the purposes of this little tour, I put my tight lock rod holders in. There's 3 that go on both sides of the boat. They're fully adjustable. I have 3 on this side and a single on the back. Same goes for the other side. Storage compartments on both sides. I keep most of the safety stuff over in this one, and odds and ends over in this one. This boat has 3 seats that are movable, and the captain's, which is fixed. I don't use them. I use these 2 at the most, because this boat has jump seats on both sides. Quite often, if I'm trolling for crappie, I will sit in those back seats and watch my Humminbird and the motor, trolling motor, and control it from those jump seats. Now, under this jump seat is the live well, and I do use that one, except when it's really hot in the summertime. Then I just use a Engel 65 size cooler, fill it full of ice, and put the fish immediately on ice. On this side is the battery for the Mercury outboard and the oil container, because this Mercury, it's 150 horse Optimax 2-stroke. I have had this boat on calm water with just me in it. It will do 46 miles an hour. If there's anything that you'd like to know, like I said earlier, just put your comments down there and I'll answer as best that I can. Moving on to the trailer, I have a Shorelander trailer, single axle, has a swing away tongue. Tires are just about new. This is a bunk trailer, and I like these tie downs on the back. Have a swim platform, that's handy every once in a while. I used starboard, mounted it to the hull to fix my transducer to keep that nice and clean, and I just don't like to drill any holes in the boat, so everything gets drilled into that white starboard. I might mention, because I forgot to when I was inside the boat, that I have carpet, and a lot of people prefer vinyl, and that's okay. The reason that I like carpet is because we fish early in the spring and late into the fall. I've fished as late as into December. And with an with a vinyl floor, you know, you get some fish slime, you get some water in there, and it tends to freeze up and the floor becomes slippery. Where with a carpeted floor, that doesn't happen. I mean, it would have to take a lot to make it slippery. I realize that it's harder to clean carpet, but for that safety factor for me, I would rather have the carpeting. It's just a matter of personal preference, and that's mine. As you can see, I've got personal flotation devices that are on the seats. As I showed earlier, I also have life jackets up in that front storage compartment. The Hull & Ash logo, that was done for me by a friend named Bill McElroy. He's a professional cartoonist. He's done work for Bass Pro, he's done work for the Next Bite TV, and I believe he's just recently done some work for Bobby Garland. He's a very talented cartoonist, artist, and I'm awful happy to have some of his work on the side of my boat. I asked him to just, what I wanted was an angry walleye driving the boat. And I told him that the best way for me to explain it was, remember those old Rat Fink cartoons years ago with dragsters? Well, I wanted to portray the walleye as Rat Fink, and instead of a dragster, in a boat. Since my last name is Ash, it's a play on words that this boat is hauling ash. So there it is, 2010 Alumacraft Dominator 175 Sport. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and if it helps anybody out with the purchase of a boat later down the road, what they're looking for, I'm glad to be of use. So any comments, again, put them down there. I'd be happy to answer them if I can. And thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it.